Okay, today is a good day. It's what I call a level up day. Level up your game. Let's go. Okay, so everything I do with this channel, I really try to make it better all the time, constantly improve, level up, I guess is what you would say. And today is one of those days. And so we're gonna dig into this bad boy right now. Okay, so here we are, all set up, ready to rock and roll. Here's the deal, okay? Right out of the gate, I'm gonna tell you this is not cheap. Okay, we're looking at $2,500 for the SkyTrak and the case. So it's not cheap, all right? Want you to know that right away. I will leave a link in the description below for SkyTrak. You can get tons of information by checking out their website and what they offer, and you can, you know, it's not a spur of the moment purchase, right? You got to think through budget. Do what you got to do. But I'm going to check it out today. This video is going to be an overview to see if this thing is actually even worth anything, and I'm going to let you know whether you should pull the trigger or not, and you're going to see for yourself. So hopefully you'll be able to see if it's accurate or not. So here's what I got. I got the SkyTrak, the case, that's like $2,500. You're gonna want the, at least the game improvement package, okay? Because without it, you just get the basic, and then that just only includes like a driving range. You want the game improvement package. That's $100 a year at the time of shooting this video. I leveled up another level after that, and I went with the play and improve package for another $100. It opens it up, gives you a lot more options, and that's another $100. And then you can play a lot of courses, which we'll get into in later videos. But today we're just going to kind of give you an overview of what SkyTrak is, what it does, and how it works. So what we're gonna do is set it up, hit some shots, and I'll show you what it does. And then well, here we go. Let's just dig in right now. Okay, here's what we're going to do. The reason you want the case is, one, it protects the unit, and then you can attach these guys which come with it, so you can level it to the, get it level, and it gives you a little leveler. You put it right on top, and you're good to go. What we're gonna do, my son Jet, where are you? Homeboy here. He is gonna be hitting the shots with this, okay? I jacked up my back the other day, so I can't swing right now. Just taking it easy. Anyway, so he's gonna be our guinea pig for the day, and we're gonna check this out. So we're gonna level this up. You can hit it right. You gotta set it for a left-hander, so that's important. Right-handed or left-handed, you gotta set that. It's not one size fits all here. So we're gonna get that. We're gonna set it up. We're using a mat. This thing likes a mat. And if you hit it off grass, it does not like that. I tried it, it doesn't like it, okay? It loves a mat. It does not like direct sunlight. We're sort of in direct sunlight, but it's gonna work okay out here. The net is fine because it just has to pass the sensor, and then it picks up the ball, spin, everything, and we're good to go. So let's set her up. Okay, we're all connected up. Once you're in your app, this is where you practice, challenge, game improvement. So just going into my settings, I'm gonna go left-handed for Jet, and then we're good to go. And then we're gonna just do practice today, and then in other videos, we'll do a lot of other things, really dive into the thing. But today, we're trying to figure out how accurate is the SkyTrak. So we'll go into practice, takes us to the driving range. This is where we are. What club you got?
8 iron.
He has an 8-iron, so I'm gonna go 8-iron here. Select 8-iron. We're good to go, and it's gonna give us his numbers. You ready, Jet?
Yep.
Beautiful little draw there. Okay, that was nice. You see that? That was a beautiful shot. Do it again. There's a little red dot that indicates where you need to place the ball. So when you're left-handed, it's got to go through the unit, the ball does. And so for lefties, it'll push it this way, the red dot. On righties, it would go the other side, and the red dot would be behind the unit. That's how it has to work. And it prefers a nice, clean white ball. Logo facing the unit is what it suggests. All right, let's do it again. Okay, that was a little thin, heard it. Let's see what happens in the second shot. Takes just a beat before, but a nice little draw. Ooh, he thinned it, so he got a little more carry, a little 150 carry. Nice. There's different modes too. You can that's the range. Let's say you want the shot optimizer mode. Then it'll break it down and give us like green and red and yellow numbers indicating whether or not you're, ideally in the correct spin rate. Right here, he's got not enough spin. So let's do another 8-iron. And this is what we can look at. We can look at his numbers here in real time and kind of see what's going on. And then I could see, all right, his launch angle was perfect, his descent angle is great, but his spin, he's not getting enough spin on that 8-iron. So, but everything else is fine. So, it's great. That's that mode. Looking at, let's say we want numeric display, just gives us all the numbers of that 8-iron as well. And then we can go in here as well. We can select the session settings. Dispersion, I like to have that on. And if we want to follow the ball, there's a lot of different options for how we want to look at the ball. Well, this time we'll follow it, and you'll get an idea what that looks like. Okay? Right now we were just looking first person, like kind of downrange. All right, here we go. Right, now we're following the ball, and you'll see it here on the app, and we're gonna follow that ball. And it's got our dispersion circle there as well, so we look at, where our shots are mostly landing. That's a really good thing to know. That's a nice 153 carry, 164 total distance. That's awesome. Let's switch to your driver and tee it up, and then we'll just move the mat so the red dot is on the tee. Okay, we're not gonna move the unit, we'll just move the mat. That's what's great about hitting off these mats. Motivo mats, by the way, pretty awesome. Link in the description below, by the way. Light mats, they don't put green marks on the bottom of your club. They're got a nice impact to them. Little shout out, non-sponsored video, by the way. Okay, so while he does it, I'm gonna switch it to, he's gonna go driver. Boom. Just want to let it know ahead of time what you're doing. All right, let's see what happens. Fire away. Okay. So, a nice pull to the right a little bit, 225 carry. As you can see, little draw. Okay. I like that. Okay, that was a little draw. Let's see. Can you play a fade? You can't play a fade very well. He's gonna try. Let's see what happens. Try a little fade. Sounded good. See what happens. Nope. Here it goes. Takes a sec. Oh, nice little fade. Okay. 228 carry. 257 rollout. Like that. And you can see the numbers here. Beautiful fade, Jet. Okay, that's fantastic. Love it. Here's the deal though. I know you're saying like, okay, great. Is it realistic? You're hitting into a net. How do we know? How do we know, Matt? We don't know. I get it. Jet, we're gonna pack this stuff up. We're gonna go to the range, we're gonna take the sting, put it at the range, and then we're gonna compare what just happened to what's happening there so you guys can see and we could see, is reality what this thing is saying, or is it just making up some strange numbers that don't even equal what you're actually hitting? That's what I want to know. Right now it's cool looking, but is it what we really truly want there? We're gonna find out. Let's go. Okay, here we are, we're at the range, we're all set up, we're in direct sunlight. It doesn't necessarily like direct sunlight, but that's what we're gonna try to do, see how it works. We've got the whole setup here, we're ready to go with jet 8-iron. This likes to be parallel, that's your aim, okay? The unit is parallel with the mat, so we're aiming right on the line of the mat, which is basically that yellow flag. I've got my rangefinder, we're going to see if that shot that I see, calculate here, matches what the track, the SkyTrak says. Does that make sense? Yes. Makes sense to us? Here we go. Fire away. Okay. Little right of target, touch, little draw. Oh. .143 carry. Okay, shot shape matched perfectly. I forgot to measure distance with this, and I didn't see where it landed exactly. So the second one, we're going distance, making sure distance is perfect. But right here, shot shape was right on the money. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, so here's what I got, and I'm shooting the ground with this, trying to get the, it's a little tricky. It said 144 on here, 147 here, carry distance, and he was just left of target. Pretty straight ball flight, okay? Let's do one more. I want you to try to play a big fade with that. He's gonna try to play a giant fade with the 8-iron. Let's see what happens. Baby fade, just a touch baby fade. Right on. Everything's perfect, right on the money. That's exactly what happened. He barely faded it, and this kind of has a touch fade on it. Nice carry distance. That's about where it landed, right around the 150. Let's switch to driver. He's gonna do driver now. Okay, low snapping hook. Carried around 200 yards, just maybe under 200 yards. Let's see what this says. Oh, it's got it. Yeah, this says carried 170. That's exactly what his shot looked like. A low snapping hook. Okay. Wow. I love it. And the SkyTrak is not pointed down range. So it's not picking up the ball as it goes out. It's only picking it up as it passes the unit right there. From where the red, it's just right there. So it's not looking at the ball from behind. So that's why it works great inside, indoors, in a net, because the ball just has to pass the sensor and it gets all the numbers. All right, next drive, here we go. Perfect drive, maybe a baby draw right down the middle. Oh, this has got it. Okay. 206 carry. Okay, it's got all the numbers correct. Okay, I think it showed a little bit more of a draw than I saw, but we'll try another one. But it was really close. It all depends on where it thinks straight is. And so from the other numbers, it looks like a little bit left of the yellow flag. It thinks it's straight. So here we go, another one. Okay, so that'll be a little left of target. So what this showed is it started in the correct spot, and this has it going with a draw, a big draw. It didn't draw that time, okay? So that one was a bit off here. But it wasn't dramatically off, like the distance is fine. Everything's fine in terms of trajectory, all that good stuff. It just showed a bigger draw than, I did see a touch draw, but it didn't draw as much as this showed. Okay, we'll do another one. Okay, perfectly. A little draw, nice little draw, just down the middle. Yeah, this has got it pretty much right on the money. see, does it say how far? Let me put on, I don't have dispersion on, so I'll put that on. 31 yards right of center is what it said. And so I'm gonna measure the dispersion on the next shot, okay? Oh yeah, play a fade. He's gonna try to play a fade here on this one. But I wanna see, I'm saying between the yellow and the 150 is our center. And so I'm gonna measure how far the dispersion is and see if it's accurate here. Okay, straight, a little left of center. Cutting a little bit. Okay, man, this has got it pretty, this is pretty dialed in there on this one, and this says it's 2 yards, okay. I'll take that, let me see. Yeah, I mean, it says it's 2 yards to the left of center. So I'm thinking, okay, it thinks center is a little, I'm measuring it from the mat, and it's measuring it from the unit. So from the unit, the tractor, the 250 sign, a little bit over here is center, okay. So there you go, that's SkyTrak, kind of a first glance, rough overview of what the product is, what it does, and how accurate it really is. The difficult part is really trying to figure out where SkyTrak thinks center is, especially, you know, when you're out on the range. That's the thing that you've got to figure out where it thinks center is, and then make your measurements off of that. But once you do that, then it's pretty right on the money. But if you think center is different than it does, you're going to think it's off when it's not off. So try to get those two things lined up and you're good to go. In the net, you can just fix your aim to aim more left or right. That's easy to do, and it's right. It's pretty right on the money. So far, the only real downside is the fact that my iPad overheats. It doesn't necessarily overheat when I'm using the app with the unit, but when I'm recording, when I'm screen recording me using the app while I'm using the unit, then the iPad heats up, and we're outside, so the sun's on it and we're in direct sunlight. So all that put together, iPad overheats. And with the SkyTrak, you've got practice sessions at the range. You've got challenges you can do. You can fire at a green. You can do bag mapping. You can do different skills challenges that really can dial in your game, especially, well, it's built for the indoor game. So if you have any type of indoor setup, this is the best, most accurate launch monitor that's going to give you shot shape and all of that and all the other challenges, and also allow you to play golf courses if you upgrade your membership a little bit so that you can play those other courses. And we'll get into more of that in other videos. Right now we were just trying to see how accurate it is in the net compared to on the range, to see if it's actually picking up really what's going on and how closely to the actual numbers is it getting. And it, by what you saw, what I saw when I'm reporting, it was pretty much right on the money for all intents and purposes. There might have been a couple times it gave me a little more draw than I saw, but that was really based on where it thought the starting point and the center point were versus where I thought they were. So once I matched it up and I measured, I'm like, yeah, that is 31 yards from where it thinks the starting point is. So I would say it's right on the money. Right on the money. And I have not found a launch monitor, there isn't one out there. There's a $500 version that I really love that gets swing speed, launch angle, distance, that kind of thing, and some spin rate. But in terms of shot shape, seeing the ball, following the ball, all the different angles you can have in a nice graphic display, and where you can play courses, and there's a lot of other stuff coming down the pike that we can dive into, and we will. So this is just the tip of the iceberg with this thing. You're gonna see a lot more of it. I really love it. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about this. I know the price tag's high, I know that. But in my opinion, if you are having an indoor setup and you live in a climate where you can't really play in the winter months, this is well worth the investment, in my opinion. Even if you live in a nice sunny space and you don't wanna go spend 4 hours on the golf course, you can play a full round of golf in no time. And the accuracy of this thing, ridiculous. And it's like for $2,500, the next level is $25,000. So there's a big jump in terms of price when it comes to these things. So I know a lot of talking for this. I think it's worth it. so that you can have the information that you're looking for if you're going to shell out this kind of money for a product like this. I'm going to be showing you a lot more of it. Like I said, give it a check out. Check out the link, and if you make sure you enter the code there with the link so that they know I sent you. And I do get a little commission on that if you purchase, so you know. Thank you. That's a way you can support me, but I know it's a big price tag. So check it out. If you like it, great. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts on this. All right. Hope this is a video helpful. Love you guys. See you soon.